Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Jessica's channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the 5 Bible verses that everyone starting their self-love journey must know. Self-love is something that we as humans learn to connect to in this life because we often are bombarded with a lot of doubt and hate in our world, and if we're not aware and if we're not conscious, then we accept that and we integrate it as ourselves and as our own thoughts. So it's really important to know that you can overcome those patterns and that you are greater than those patterns. Your light, your fraction of light is greater than those patterns. So let's start. The first one is from Proverbs 3, lines 5 through 6, and it's, "Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight." I love this because it really reminds you that you don't have to know it all yourself. You can trust in God. You can trust in knowing that his love is protecting you, that he is guiding you, and that you can trust. That's one of the big factors. And really, when you trust God, you are ultimately trusting yourself. You're trusting love, and you're trusting that you do know the way, and that you can figure it out, because you know that in his guidance you're able to hear, you're able to understand, and you trust yourself to act when you need to act. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11. I love this verse because it really helps me with my relationship with God and with love, and to be able to trust. And this really opens your heart to know that you are worthy of love, that you can trust, that you are so loved, and that means that you can love yourself. God is love, and God showed us what love is, and through his grace, through his light, we were able to love ourselves. And it really helps open your heart to yourself, and to again remind us that we can trust in him, and that our minds can sometimes be overactive and think they know best and be very regiment and controlling, but ultimately God knows best. And being able to trust that, and to know that whatever you're going through, whatever you've gone through, whatever lessons you've learned, that they were meant for you, and they were meant to get you to exactly where you are now, and you are exactly where you're meant to be, and that God really does have a plan for you. And as you really start to uncover that self-love, you're able to see his plan more, and you're able to trust his plan more. And really, it all comes back to trust in yourself. You're able to open that door of trusting yourself, and really knowing that you do know the way, that you are the truth. It is safe to trust yourself. It's safe to trust your voice. It's safe to stand up for yourself. And the third one is, and that last one was Jeremiah 29:11. So number 3, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition with thanksgiving present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and your minds in Christ Jesus." Philippians 4:6 through 7. This verse is so beautiful because it reminds you that worrying is just leaking energy, and sometimes that lack of self-love has to do with a lot of worry and a lot of not trusting yourself or God and the plan that He has for you. And this verse really connects to action as well as prayer. So knowing that prayer is so important in your self-love journey, and really praying about whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart, but also that connection of being able to take action. Knowing that that love is a verb. It means doing. It means taking care of yourself. It means nurturing yourself. And really remembering that when we love ourselves, we move towards love. It is an active decision. It is a conscious decision. And sometimes it may be tough because when we're building new patterns of self-love and just new patterns in general, new habits, sometimes we're going to have to do things that we don't want to do because we're learning to build those patterns, and there are going to be days where we don't feel like it. And even on those days, loving yourself through that and knowing that you are worthy of doing what you said you were going to do, and not letting your mind take over and talking you out of a self-love decision. As tough as it sounds and as tough it may seem at the moment, you're going to be so thankful with yourself when you get through it and when you really commit to your self-love journey. That is so, so important, knowing that you are stronger than whatever old patterns. Your light is so bright, and it is stronger than self-doubt, than laziness, than lack of self-discipline, and also being gentle with yourself, because this does require patience, but also discipline. So really, it's about you finding that balance and knowing that you can flow. It's not always going to be a 100%, but being gentle with yourself and not getting yourself in trouble, but flowing. And if you can't maybe go to the gym one day and you promised yourself to work out 5 to 6 days a week, then maybe you go outside and go for a 30-minute walk, an hour walk, something that gets your body moving and something that you feel like doing and fits into your schedule if you have a busy day. So really learning to flow with yourself and learning to love yourself. It is a balance. And number 4, I can do all things through Him who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. Like I was saying before, we are stronger than our patterns that we're looking to change. And the old pattern that is connected to a shadow doesn't stand a chance to our light. It's really knowing that, having belief in that, and trusting that. It's that through the love of Jesus, we know we are stronger because we are a fraction of light, and He showed us that not even death, not even darkness can overcome the light. He is just such a great example of the supernatural, of telling the mind the truth. And sometimes our mind can be overpowering, and it tells us exactly what it doesn't think to be real because it sees around us and in the material world, and it seems very unreal. It seems, we see just the physical, and we know that we walk by faith, that we walk with trust, and that God is real and that love is real. Just like we don't see love, we feel it, and that His strength comes from, our strength comes from Him. It comes from beyond. It comes from something that our mind can't understand, but still being able to trust in that and believe in that, and knowing that you are stronger than any hate in your heart, than any fear in your heart, and that anything that tells you that you are unworthy is untrue, truly. And that when you walk in this strength, when you walk in this courage, you're able to push past those limiting beliefs, those barriers in your mind that tell you that you're not good enough. And fifth, the last one is, the Lord delights in those who fear him, who put their hope in his unfailing love. Psalms 147:11. Oh, it's so beautiful. The Lord delights in those who fear him, who put their hope in his unfailing love. God gave us love. He gave us unconditional love. He loves us no matter what. And when we walk this path of self-love, and when we really find him and we really try to seek our true selves, he's always there and he will always guide us. And that alignment really takes patience, it takes time. It's being with yourself in the here and now, it's being present. And when you're working through patterns of old self-sabotage, it really gets to the core of the truth of, what do you really fear? What is true? The true fear is not coming into your own truth and your own path and your own light, letting something hold you back. Because God is real, love is real, and love and faith are so beautiful when you connect. And fear is also a belief, so you really get to choose what you believe. Love and fear, faith and fear, are both a choice of you believing in something that you can't see. So it really is your choice. You get to make a conscious decision, and you get to swap out those thoughts that aren't serving you. Because fear it's true in the sense that our mind thinks that it's true, but it is not true in our life that we live, because we know that only God is real, and that when we walk with God, we're so protected and we're so loved. And yeah, I think about that a lot. The true fear is not living up to your full potential. It's you not believing in God. It's you not trusting him, because he has so many beautiful plans for you. And when you trust him, and when you action with love and with faith, your whole world changes, your life changes. And being courageous in that, and knowing and standing so firm in that faith is a beautiful thing, and you're gonna love yourself for it. And that's what this journey is about. It's you choosing to love yourself, choosing to believe in love, choosing to know that there is better out there, there's greater out there. So I hope that was helpful. I will be posting more of these videos, but I wish you the best of luck on your self-love journey, and I know that it is an everyday process, and that it grows the more that you feed it, and the more that you feed your heart and your soul. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and week, and I will see you soon.